Happy 4th of July! I hope you're having a great and safe time with friends and family and celebrating our nation's independence. I am happy to say that I spent this past weekend doing something I've been wanting to do for a long time, which is to take my next Scuba certification course. For those of you that were following last year when I was getting my Scuba certification, I actually had a lot of challenge getting the certification because I had difficulty clearing my ears. So I was very, very, very lucky to work with some fantastic healers and also to meet some people that very, very kindly instructed me on what I needed to do in order to clear my ears differently. What does this have to do with your health? Well, actually it has a lot to do with your health because we don't know what we don't know. And the first time around when I was getting my scuba certification, I couldn't complete my dive on that first day because my ears wouldn't clear. I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know why my ears wouldn't clear. And I spent a lot of money. I specifically at one point spent $350 for 10 minutes of an ENT's time for him to tell me, don't dive. And seeing as how that was the problem I came to him to solve, I wasn't very impressed with that answer. And I just knew my path was different. I felt intuitively in my heart that there was a way to do it. And when I did finally meet the right person at the right time, what is the saying? When the student is ready, the teacher arrives. Then I was ready, willing, and able to immediately do what I needed to do to learn how to clear my ears. Okay, last time we talked about the organic acids test, and we talked about how you don't know what you don't know. And the great thing about the organic acids test is it can help bring some of that information into light. I wanted to share one specific example of this with you. Recently had a client come to me. I had recommended that we start with an organic acids test due to the specific presentation. And there was a little bit of difficulty in communicating. So we had our initial conversation, then I didn't hear from him for a little while. And then I heard back a few weeks later and said, oh, this is really urgent. Can we please go ahead and move forward with the organic acids test? And I said, yes, absolutely. I'd be happy to. When we got those findings back, we found out that actually this person had a very high urgency issue. She had a Clostridia infection. And that's something that is both urgent and important. And thankfully that organic acids test brought that to light right away. So back to my scuba story, this past weekend, I had a little bit of I had a great class and a great instructor who very honestly, the dive instructors are just absolutely amazing. And because this lady was so knowledgeable and she was so centered and she was so present, she helped me walk through what otherwise actually would have been quite trying not to use the word dangerous, but a lot of things going on. So there was a piece of equipment that I had failed to service properly. I had just forgotten that it was something I needed to do. And when I got out into the water for our class, I couldn't really breathe through it. And as you can imagine with scuba equipment, that's kind of important. So thankfully, scuba equipment has a backup. It's called a second stage, and I was able to breathe through that. And I was able to learn a lot and to walk through the phases and to see what I needed to do. So I'm so grateful to my dive instructor, and I'm super, super grateful to the tools that help us see what it is that we need to see, and the coaches, the instructors that help hold space for that. So if you are having any kind of health issue and you feel like you need to shed a little bit more light on it, I'd be happy to help. I'm Dr. Cynthia Clark, acupuncture physician, applied clinical nutritionist, creator of Energy Evolution, and president of Longevity Wellness, and that's good medicine.